Hey everybody, it's Quicken and it's time for a monthly favorites video. So I haven't done one of these in a while. I went to Twitter and I asked you guys, how do you feel about a monthly favorites? And I think the response was positive. So here is our little monthly favorites. I've kind of broken it up into little things, a little indie spotlight of like things I've been into, and then some like vegan food. This month I also did a fall lipsticks favorites video, so you can check that out if you're looking for more of a cosmetics kind of thing. I would say this month I didn't really check out a ton of like beautifying cosmetics as I was in that like very Halloween type realm. So obviously one of my favorites this month is Halloween. You guys have been so supportive of all my looks. If you haven't checked any of those out, I recommend them. I mean, it's not Halloween anymore, but you could still get a kick out of our videos. I think that this month was definitely a lot of fun, a lot of Halloween stuff, a lot of like, definitely videos that are outside of the box, but I think it all went over really well. Obviously, the Stranger Things house was a big production for the channel. The look not only was recreated by you guys, I have a hashtag that I created so you can see all of the looks so far, and that is Stranger Things No Doubt. So if you recreated the Stranger Things house or any of the Stranger Things looks that may have been inspired by this channel or just in general, you can post Stranger Things No Doubt on one of your photos so we can just create an archive and support each other and check out each other's work. Other than that, you guys have been super awesome sending me pictures of your costumes. Beyond that, the costume was featured on BuzzFeed, so that was really cool. And a subsidiary of NPR also featured it too. Is that the right word?
I think so.
And both of those web pages did give me credit. I know somebody was like, I hope BuzzFeed used your name. And they did create a clickable link back to my channel. So that was really, really cool. A really, really big deal, I feel. Or just something I definitely geeked out about on the channel. The things that I'm going to bring up are two little household things that I've really liked. And the first thing are solar lights. And solar lights have played a big deal in my videos this last month. You may have remembered these lights from my Stranger Things lookbook, Stranger Things house costume, and then I also use these in my Haku tutorial, but you may have missed them. And because a lot of the shots were kind of weird. So these are really cool. These obviously work through solar power, and these are by the brand Oakleaf. So I originally got these to put in our backyard. I thought these would be really cool for like a little urban setting because, I have these wrapped in t-shirt, but they have different settings like that. But with this little solar box, the lights only work at night. So if you were to put these outside, they charge all day, and then with the little buttons, you could create settings where they only come out at night. Hi, Ethan. So I have these, and I also have these like crystal ball type ones, and they have like flowers weaved in them because they were for the Haku tutorial, and then no one just even saw them because of the way I had the camera kind of zoomed in. So these are really cool too. These are more like icicles. You may remember these from the Stranger Things tutorial, the Stranger Things house like Halloween tutorial, and I'll just show you these. So I don't know if you can see these like twinkling, but I think these are really cool, especially for someone who wants to have like decorations that they can just like forget about. I know it's like November now, but for the last month, you know, we kind of eat our breakfast in the backyard, drink some coffee, kind of bundle up. So these were like a nice little romantic feature. And you know, as spring and summer come along, I'll be really looking forward to those too. So those are by the brand Oakleaf. So the next little thing I have that is more like household is a cat litter mat. And I'm sharing this because I wanted to share my little story about my cat. So my cat is perfect. So my cat is an alley cat, a street cat. We found him and, you know, welcomed him into our house. We had, you know, we took him to the vet, had him everything they have to do to make the cat okay to live in your house. So, you know, sometimes with that transition from him being an outside cat to an indoors cat that I am supposed to love. What are you doing? Accidents happen. So I actually got this cat litter mat, and I think it's really great for my situation because our litter box is in our bathroom, and when I first got Ethan, I got messages from you guys that was like, it's not always great to keep your litter box in your bathroom, but since it's either our bedroom or the bathroom, it's in there, and I think it's really nice in the space. So this cat litter mat, this is the little roll that it came in, is by Smiling Paws Pets. And this is from online. I really enjoyed this company. I ordered the mat, and then from there they personally emailed me when I got the mat to ask me if I had any more questions. Like, really good customer service, really personal touch. I think the mat is really big, and on there it has a lot of features, like if your cat has accidents. TMI, Ethan's whole problem is that he will like, oh my god, so he'll like sit in the box and then go outside of it. And if that's a developmental problem, whatever, like I still love him and think about him all the time. But in the meantime, I have this mat. I really like it. I really enjoyed the customer service aspect from this company. And it says that they have a warranty, all the things like that. I think it's really big and perfect, especially when we move into our new house. I'm hoping that he will be used to the mat, so there won't be a really big adjustment to where we put his litter box in the future, because he'll recognize the mat and feel good about it. That's just me, but I felt good about the mat and the company, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Plus, I think it looks really cute in the little corner, how it's all set up. With this video, I kind of wanted to give a little spotlight to the indie things that I've been into recently. I do get a lot of requests to talk about my pins, and I think I'm going to have an enameled pin collection video coming up soon, but in the meantime, in this episode, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the zines I've been reading and some of the artist spotlight that I'm into this month. And first and foremost, my great friend Eva sent me this shirt along with another one that is for John. I really like the slate gray one too. And thank you so much for sending me these and thinking about John. This month, Eva has been super awesome. She has done a lot of the animations in my videos recently. I recommend following her. I really do, especially if you are into screen printing. Her YouTube channel has a lot of really great tips on screen printing. So she screen printed this shirt by hand, and she does have this available on her little shop. But I think it's so cool and so sassy, and I'm just really stoked to wear this outside and feel really good about it. And John's shirt too, I think is super cool. So she also sent me this postcard that she screened herself and some handmade stickers. I really love this cat. And then this is the dog that she is definitely known for. These are really cool, and I really do suggest you check her out. She does have some enamel pins out with other companies, and I think they're adorable. She has a lemon that is so good, so cute, and peanut butter and jelly. It's really great. Definitely follow her. Keep track of her on social media. I'll leave links down below. I'm so into this. Thank you, Eva. The next thing I have, and I'm not sure if I picked this up last month or this month. I think it was this month. And this is the LoveHate Zine. And this is by Katie Thirks. So this zine has been really cool. Someone tagged me in her Instagram post about this zine, and I have been following her ever since. So Katie created this zine that is a bunch of different stories from different people who have experienced different types of harassment or shaming because of their tattoos, and it's kind of an index for all of those things. And this is just like female identified people making different stories and stuff like that, and I think it's really cool. I was really happy to get this. I cried a lot while reading this, and I'm Other than that, it's just really high quality. I'm really stoked to have it. I am not sure if these are all sold out. I believe they are, but if you did get a copy, definitely comment down below because I think that this was really cool and definitely a pleasure to have. It's really cool just to get everybody's account on how they've experienced harassment for being tattooed, and it gives everybody kind of a spotlight and a chance to tell their story. I know I'm pretty lucky that I can go on this channel and talk to you guys and have a back and forth, but this really gave a lot of different people a voice to share their experiences and obviously relate to one another as well. This was really helpful for me. I read this at a time where, you know, you experience something, you experience just like, I don't know, now I'm getting worked up, but it's good to feel like you're not alone and that you're not a crazy person. This is LoveHate Zine. I'll tag it down below, and I have a post about it on my Instagram. Check out Katie Thirks on Instagram too. I love this zine. Thank you for creating it. My next little comic that I have is by Mike King. He is under the name Mike Sweater for this comic, and I'm so excited to have my hands on this. Mike King has been one of my long-term best friends. He created this little flash sheet up here. I get a lot of questions about it. So if you want to learn a little bit more about Mike King, you're interested in this flash sheet, here is his latest comic, and this is Please Destroy My Enemies. And it starts off, obviously, Mike is a really, really talented artist, and he can go from something like this to really just awesome, well thought out comics. I think Mike and I have the same sense of humor, and I really just love collecting his work. I'm just like, even I can reach and grab one of his other comics just right from here. I really love his work, and I was so stoked to have his next comic available for everybody. I think this is beautiful, a beautiful addition to your collection, and obviously just really well thought out. There is some really great little tattoo designs in the back of the book for you to pick out too if you've always been interested in this. This just says, I think designs that would be awesome for tattoos. Please find a licensed artist or just let me do them. So that's really cool too. If you are more into work like this, you can definitely pick that up. Take it to a tattoo artist, find Mike, take it to him. It's all awesome. And here is a little bit on Mike there. And here are some pins, and you can check Mike out. I'll leave links down below, and that's michaelsweater.com if you're into it. I also got this as an enamel pin, so you can catch that in my collection. So these comics I've been really excited about too. I've been following Benji Nate for a while now, and I've been reading Cold Soda, and I'm really, really into it. I think Cold Soda is one of my favorites, and let me pull up a couple pages for you here. One of my favorite stories in Cold Soda has definitely been Ghoul Friend, which is the story of a girl. She thinks she lives alone, but she feels like she's having like a lot of presences around her house, so she invites her boyfriend to move into her house, and it's really cool because you can just see that artwork is just really, really great, and obviously like the house is haunted. So super good, and there is a little bit of Lorna in here too, which you can always catch up on. I definitely recommend this. I think it's amazing, and it's definitely told from a really awesome perspective, a very, like, I guess, non-traditional kind of perspective. And mine also came with this print, which I really needed. You can also check out Benji's other comics too. Definitely worth picking up. This one is more illustration based, but definitely worth having. I think it's all awesome to have in your collection if you are into collecting and supporting indie artists. I know Benji also takes commissions if you are looking for something specific for maybe your website or your brand or a tattoo. All awesome to me. My final little indie spotlight is for Bunny. You may know her from Instagram she has an Etsy page that is just off the hook. She does a lot of Twin Peaks inspired stuff, X-Files, and this kind of tattooy, kind of influenced vintage feel kind of stuff. So I got this print from her just because I was feeling some Halloween vibes. I wore her pin that I got in a previous video, and I also got this patch from her, which I have been eyeballing for the longest time, and then I finally just got on Etsy and bought it. I think all of her prices are really, really reasonable, and I love all of her artwork. All of her stuff was packaged with such care that just receiving an item from her in the mail was an experience. Definitely very photographable if you're into receiving products in the mail and showing them on your Instagram or your blog. All of it was just like so carefully packed, and you could really tell that she loves what she does. This I'm super stoked about. She also has a Society 6 page if you're into getting a tapestry or a mug or something like that. Check her out. Links are down below. So I wanted to talk about music really quickly, just super quickly. Iron and Wine has been the only thing I have listened to all month. If you are into Iron Wine or you hate Iron Wine or whatever, definitely give him another chance, because I remember I started getting into Iron and Wine a couple years ago, and someone was like, oh, I know that guy. He just whisper sings. And I remember being so upset by that accusation that I was like, you're right. I'm not gonna listen to a whisper singer. And then recently I was like, I'm crazy. I love Iron and Wine. So I've been listening to Iron and Wine nonstop. Very influential, very right now, very like fall feelings, feeling so good. Check him out. I recommend all of his work. Start from the beginning, finish it till the end. It's all really, really good. Iron and Wine. Other than that, Divers by Joanna Newsom is celebrating its 1-year anniversary. Divers came out last year, October 23rd. And this album by Joanna Newsom, I don't want to say it changed my life, but it did. So good, so well composed. All the instrumentals are amazing. Right after that, I was able to catch Joanna Newsom on tour for a couple shows, and she's an amazing performer, and all of her accompaniments are so thoughtful. Everything is perfect. Check out Joanna Newsom if you haven't. Divers is an amazing album to start off with if you're into Joanna. Definitely a great way to wade into the water of her career and all the songs she has to offer. Check that out. Divers. I love it. I'm listening to it. I can't believe it's a year old. I can't believe it's been a year since I've seen her. I hurt. This month, I finished my back piece. That's crazy. Obviously, that's my favorite thing. That was done by Mark Cross. I have like 4 or 5 videos about the entire process if you are thinking about getting your back done. If you live on the East Coast, now's a great time because it's the winter, so you won't have to go through a lot of the stuff I went through, which is your friends inviting you to swim and you can't, or putting on sunscreen too early. I don't know. Check out Mark Cross, he's amazing. Is this what monthly favorites are about? Suggestions? So I have 2 little things as far as food recommendations go. The first thing you may have seen on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, this is the Diaya macaroni and cheese, like instant macaroni and cheese. This was awesome. Super comparable to like Velveeta macaroni and cheese, if you remember that as a kid or an adult and now you're dairy-free, or you're just interested in trying something dairy-free. This was also gluten-free as well, if that is right up your alley with the things that you need. A brand new Whole Foods opened in Philadelphia, and this is the first time I've ever seen one of these in real life, so we bought 2 of them. The cheese it comes with is a liquid cheese in like a silver packaging, just like Velveeta. And I would say it almost comes with too much cheese. I'm someone who has been doing like DIY vegan macaroni and cheese with just like soy milk and nutritional yeast for the longest time. So now that things are becoming a lot easier for vegan people or people who are like thinking about being vegan, this is definitely a junk food vegan's dream. So I really like this. I believe it was like $3.99. And they also make this in Alfredo, which a lot of people said they prefer way more than the cheddar. I liked this. I think the next time I get it, I'm definitely gonna like add stuff to it. I definitely like a loaded mac and cheese, so put some peas in there, some crumbles. I loved it. Also, that Whole Foods is out of control. If you live in Philadelphia, definitely just go. Go hungry. Just go and walk around. We had a lot of fun there. My next little food recommendation, a little quickie, a little relic from my childhood, is cinnamon sugar in a shaker. I have been reaching for this a lot in the morning. I feel like as someone who might like indulge in a pumpkin spice latte, this definitely had like a lot of feels like that. I'll just put some Earth Balance on some toast or a bagel and sprinkle this cinnamon sugar over the top of it. It's I found it in the spice section. Maybe it was like $3, but I think it's really good. It's really lasting. I think I've used it like 2 or 3 times a week since I bought it, and it's still like all the way up here. Definitely something to think about if you eat toast in the morning and you want to jazz it up. So that is all for my favorites of this month. Thank you guys so much. I hope this is right. I hope this is the right format for a favorites video. I felt like it's just the things that I am really into or like I'm grateful for this month, and definitely the people who like inspire me the most. As someone who is a content creator, I do pull a lot of inspiration from a lot of people around me, and I'm so happy that I can again like be surrounded by this creative amount of people. And I think, like I've said it before, I think this channel does attract a great and creative audience. People who create music and create art and create zines and poetry, and it's so awesome. So if you like the indie spotlight, definitely let me know. Stay tuned for the pin collection. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see. This last month has been amazing. 16 videos went live this month from this channel, and a lot of people, mostly John, helped me make it happen, but you guys too. You guys are amazing. Thank you for sharing the videos. The feature on BuzzFeed is definitely directly because of you, and I think it's awesome. Give this video a thumbs up if any part of it was up your alley. And until next time, I love you guys. Bye.